Okay, y'all got your scriptures, right? Have I not said you are gods? You are Elohim, angels. But you shall die like men. Remember that. Okay, y'all remember that commercial, the Coco commercial? Where does the guy end up trapped? He ends up trapped in the Vesica Pisces, doesn't he? Well, let's get to the disclosure and let's just get to it. I want to show you guys something. Here's a bunch of angels right here, and they're all being sucked into this vortex right here. The other day when I saw it, I was like, what is this? And the way the Lord showed it to me was absolutely mind-boggling. So let's go ahead and break this down. This will probably take 2 parts to do this, but stay with me. Just stay with it. Let me get to the next image. Okay, so here comes the disclosure. Have I not said you are all children of the Most High? You are all gods, Elohim, but you shall die like men. Let me show you something. This is the way the Lord showed this to me the other day, and I just about freaked out. I saw this image right here, picture A1, and I realized I was walking in the door of the Vatican. I was actually looking for the cobblestones on the courtyard to show you serpent skin. But this picture popped up, and the Lord told me it's a locust. And I went, it's a locust. I went, oh my God, it is a locust. And I realized that when you walk in the door of the Vatican, what you see from the door when you walk in is this big circular head right here with these 2 wide eyes with the mouth right down here. And it's a big locust. I was like, oh my God, it's a locust. Well, that really shouldn't surprise me that much because I broke down the papal regalia and there's a locust and I saw it in there. But here's the head of the locust right here at the top of the head. Here's the eye. Here's the eye. Here's the black antenna, and here is the mouth. That's the mouth, the gold thing. And I heard the Lord tell me, Jonathan, you need to look at the mouth. What's really odd is I had Revelation 9 open on my desktop at that point. And I was reading Revelation 9, and it was about the locusts that come out of the pit. And I was breaking down the words. And the word locust means locust because like a swarm of locusts, they light on top of the vegetation. But it was commanded that they don't hurt any of the vegetation. But they were to torment men. And these come out of the bottomless pit. So I'm sitting here looking at a giant image of a locust. A giant image of a locust. And I'm reading Revelation 9 and I'm like, wait a minute. And it says that they came out of the pit and they had the sting of a scorpion and they would torment men that did not have the seal of God on their heads. In those days men shall seek death and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. And as I was reading this, I was like, oh my gosh. As I read the account of these locusts and what they are supernatural creatures. That's what it says. Supernatural creatures. Like locusts. And they have tails like scorpions. Scorpios, it says, because when they strike a man, they sting them. And the stings was in their tail, and the power was to hurt men 5 months. I think it's a gestation period. And they had a king over them. Who had a king over them? The locusts had a king over them. See, it's talking about the locusts, and they had tails like scorpions, and the sting was in their tail. And they had a king over them. Who had a king? The locusts, which was the angel of the bottomless pit. So the angel of the bottomless pit is Abaddon. Watch this. There's your locust from the bottomless pit. I told you the Lord told me, you need to look at the mouth, Jonathan. See, here's the mouth right here. See it? There's the mouth. There's the eye. There's the eye. There's the antenna right here. This is the altar in St. Peter's Basilica. Basilica means royal abode of the basilisk, which is a serpent. Royal abode of the serpent. So, it's the serpent's house. That's what it means. Okay, get ready, guys. This is going to blow your mind. The Lord told me you need to look at this mouth. Well, I was like, how am I going to do that? So I called Dave Shadow, and I said, Dave, check out this giant locust. He's like, oh my gosh. He said, I know what that is. That window on there, that's called the throne of St. Peter. The throne of St. Peter. And that's where all these angels are being sucked in to this vortex. Wow. The vortex is the mouth of the locust. And I looked, wow, these are all angels, and they're being sucked in. They're being sucked into the mouth of this giant locust. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on? And then the Lord told me, look closer, Jonathan. Let your spiritual gift work. Let your gift work. Look at the altar. So this is the throne of St. Peter. I want to make sure I have enough time. This is the throne of St. Peter. Here's the chair right here. You put your feet here. These are two angels holding what's supposed to be a crown. And here all these other, I guess, bishops are. These will become very significant in a little while. Their hats, their mitre hats. Let me just show you what it is. We'll pick this up again in part 3. So you're looking at the throne of St. Peter. Peter was crucified upside down. Do y'all remember me telling you that when I got saved in the alley with Michael, the archangel, he told me, Jonathan, now that I got saved, he said, you say a Hail Mary. And I looked at him like, why? I knew it was wrong somehow. Because he wanted to show me where death came from. That's why. I told you that. It's in my deposition, my testimony. I told you also, I felt life and light leaving my body as soon as I started uttering those words. Let me show you something. Here is an image of a dead sheep. Here's the sheep's eye right here. Here's the sheep's other eye. Let me enlarge it. Here's the eye right here. Here's the other eye right here. The top of the head goes off your screen to the ear, coming down the face. There's the eye. Here's the other eye. Coming down to the cheeks. Here's the nostril. Here's the line in the lips. And here's the tongue sticking out. And here's the fur around the sheep. That is an image of a dead sheep. A lot of people think, oh, well, you know, Jonathan's touting about his spiritual gifts. I'm not afraid to tell you this is my spiritual gift. I have the gift of knowledge and discernment. It's supernatural. Otherwise, how could I ever figure out that this image of a dead sheep is the Virgin upside down? It's not me. It's the Lord using me as a host body. I told you in the hieroglyph of Akhenaten and Nefertiti, there was an image of a dead sheep with its tongue sticking out. When you turn the Queen Nefertiti upside down, it becomes a dead sheep. Here's the sheep's eye right here. Here's the teardrop coming out of the eye. Here's the top of the head of the sheep. This is the nose of the sheep. Here's the tongue sticking out of the mouth. Here's the bottom of the neck. This is the neck going down. This is the ear. Dead sheep, queen. Y'all remember my personal testimony, right? If you don't remember it, you should go on YouTube and watch it. St. Peter's Basilica is in the shape of an upside-down cross. I told you the courtyard represents serpent skin, which is us. A lot of people don't believe me. They think that's heresy. Well, unfortunately, your time to be proven wrong is here. And unfortunately, I really feel sorry for those that call me a false prophet, because the information that comes through me is via the Holy Spirit. And so now if you called me a false prophet, you've committed the only unforgivable sin. And I'm sorry. Here is the throne of St. Peter. Here is an image of a sheep right next to it. Here's a sheep. Here's a sheep. There's a sheep's eye. Okay, here we go. Here's the sheep's eye right here. Here's the sheep's eye right here. Once you've seen the eyes, you can see the rest of the sheep. The nostrils are here and here. This is the sheep's mouth open right here, and those are the teeth. These are the ears coming down of the sheep. There's the ears coming down of the sheep. This is the largest throne in St. Peter's Basilica. You're looking at a giant dead sheep, people. You see the hair on top of the sheep? Get ready. We're going to keep looking at this. This is the most unbelievable thing you'll ever see in your life. Let's see. Okay, the program is glitching a little bit, but we're going to continue for a couple more minutes on this video segment, and part 3 will be the full disclosure, so just keep watching. Here is the giant head of a sheep. You see that? Let's just have a look. Its tongue is sticking out. So, the entire throne of St. Peter is a sheep with its tongue sticking out. Here's the eye. Uh-oh. Here's the eye right here. Here's the eye right here. Nostril, nostril. Teeth, tongue sticking out of the mouth. There is a giant dead sheep when you walk into St. Peter's Basilica. The entire wall, the entire throne, the entire altar of St. Peter revolves around this particular throne of St. Peter. It happens to be the mouth of a giant locust. And they had a king over them. Who did? The locusts. The locusts had a king over them. Says it right here. They had a king over them. Who had a king over them? The locusts. The locusts had a king over them, and his name was Abaddon, but in Greek the name is Apollyon. I'm not even close to done. Wait till you see the rest of what's going on in here. That's a giant locust, people. And that mouth right there is the throne of St. Peter. This is the chair right here. Let's see. Have it all enlarged. Here's the chair, here's the stained glass window, and here's all those angels that are being sucked into the mouth of this giant locust, going into the belly of the beast. That's some scary stuff, and it's the truth. And now I'm going to show everybody, y'all are the fallen. We are the fallen. The entire cumulative sum of planet Earth are the fallen, and we are the food for this creature right here. The Lord told me I would be hated for showing this, and that's because everyone that's not born of the truth is going to hate the truth, and that's all there is to it. So God have mercy on you. Stay tuned for part 3 where things get really wild. Here it comes. It's just so wild. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Wait till you see what this turns into.